Pre-season risk assessment. View save. I already start filling out this record. Open. Day and time, grower name, grower phone number, grower address, and commodity. Questions about water sources. So if you have well in as a water source, if the well is well equipped with bad flow device, remember that all wells need to have a prevention system. In this case is the bad flow device. Is water source from surface water? No. If you use for surface water, a lake, a canal, a river, you will need to add that as yes. Is water source from municipal water? No. Are there any other water sources using the range? No. Are all sources of water and distribution system clearly identified on the range map? Yes. You want to have all your water sources identified in the farm map. Was a sanitary survey? Yes. Will all the water sources be tested for E. coli prior to planting? Yes. That's the only indicator that we need to test for now. That was provided by the FDA. Are there any potential sources of contamination? No. Next. Fertilizers. Are you use compost animal manure? No. Compost animal manure or aged animal manure to supplement the soil? No. Is animal manure that was physical heat treated used to supplement the soil? No. If you're using all one of those type of fertilizers, please, we need to explain that. As you can see, if I select just yes, I will need to provide a comments and mitigation how I treat that animal manure. And then next, environmental factors. Does the grower have a sign range history letter indicating how long these rows have been used? Yes, you need to have that. When you purchase the land, they should give you something that provide you information about the conditions on the range, the soil. That's important to know what happened previously in that land. Has this land been used for grazing, raising, feeding livestock or poultry? No. Remember, if something is different, what I'm answering now, well, you need to explain and explain your mitigation, your corrected action. Has this range been used as landfill, hazardous material dump site? No. Is there evidence on wildlife activity? No. Is there a history of flooding? No. Do you have concentrated animal feeding operation? No. In the adjacent lands are no synthetic soil amendments storage? No. Are grazing lands or domestic animal located? Most of you have this as a yes, so you will explain here that the field is fenced. Are septic leak fields located in adjacent lands? No, hopefully. Are repairing areas located in adjacent lands? Yes or no. Is there any other potential food safety risk issues associated with adjacent land use? No. Have the adjacent land uses in question from 20 to 23 being addressed in accordance with prevailing laws and guidelines? Yes. So next. Now there is a question about field employment practices and hygiene. Is there any evidence that worker hygiene rules have been violated? No. If you fill out the section about that regards corrected actions and procedures for the employees, in that case you will explain yes, and you will explain here that you fill out a NOACA, and so that's notice of unusual occurrence. So you will explain that here. So then the auditor will ask you to see those documents if you have any issues with employees. Field sanitation. Is there a specific individual responsible for identifying and documenting potential contaminant risks during the growing and harvesting of crops? Yes, you have your field supervisor and you have your food safety manager. Are sanitary facilities available on the ranch?